Greetings, my fellow eagles and the entire world. This is Eagle Emmanuel Manson with inspirations and guidance from Eagle Helen Manson in the unseen world, coming into your homes and your minds with a message of empowerment and enlightenment. Today is the 27th of August in the year 2024, and the Bible says this is the day the Lord has made. And for that matter, we should rejoice and be glad in it. And so I take this opportunity to invite the whole world to join me to give thanks to God for the day that He has granted unto us. And life in general, life is beautiful, life is wonderful, life is glorious. Life is God Himself, flowing through all things, including mankind. Today, I'm going to speak to you on the topic, what you eat or place on your body has no power over you than what you speak to yourself. Or if I'm to phrase it differently, what you speak to yourself is more powerful to your body and your entire life than what you eat or you wear. That is a fact. And this is going to be the continuation of my yesterday's episode. And in that episode, I referenced the words of Jesus Christ, or I invoked the words of Jesus Christ, which He made in the book of Matthew chapter 15, verse 11. And Jesus Christ said, a man or woman is not defiled by what he eats or anything that goes through his mouth, but what comes out of his or her mouth that defiles the person. And so, the defilement in religious terms, we take it that things that we do that makes us unholy. And so we think of food and other things and how we dress and, some of the things that we call sins that defiles us. But as a matter of fact, nothing defiles a human being more than what he or she is thinking and saying to him or herself. And so defilement, or to make yourself unholy, has nothing to do with what we do in our religious practices. But what makes a man or woman holy or unholy is the thoughts and the ways that he or she offers. Thoughts and words are inseparable. They are the same thing. Words are the ending part of your thoughts. And therefore, when you become awakened to the fact that you are a thought being and everything that you do is controlled by your thoughts, and therefore your words are your thoughts that you are verbalizing, then you begin to take control of your life and begin to think of organizing your life, living and organizing your life deliberately. So, what you say to yourself is more important than anything that you do in your life. It doesn't matter whether you are a pastor, you are an apostle, you are a pope, you are imam, you are malam, or whatever. It does not matter. What you say to yourself is what defines you or destroys you. And that is the defilement Jesus Christ was talking about. And we know for a fact that apart from food, that we put it through our mouth, that it goes into our body, nothing goes into us. And nothing comes out of us except words. Unless, of course, you are sick, then maybe you vomit. Apart from this thing, nothing comes out of your mouth. All the things that comes out of your mouth is your words. You are speaking. You are using your mouth to speak all the time. And so you color your life, good or bad, with your words. And therefore, if you are to pay attention to anything in your life, then that should be what you are saying to yourself. Not what even people are telling you, not what people are saying to you, but what you are saying to yourself. The concept that you hold about yourself. How do you see yourself? How do you consider yourself? What do you see yourself to be? And what do you continually declare into your life? That is what matters. And that is what Jesus Christ was talking about. And so, we are talking about deliberate thinking, living deliberately. And that is what all life is about. We will definitely be surrounded by difficulties and challenges, but we are supposed to rise above them and then declare what we want into our lives. Therefore, you must be purposeful, you must be deliberate. You are not supposed to look at what is happening right now, but you are supposed to be purposeful in thinking of what you want to achieve, what you want to be in the future. But as a matter of fact, what we are doing here, what we are doing on earth here, majority of men and women, if not all, are more preoccupied with what they are eating and what they are putting on themselves or what they are observing outside as more important than what they say to themselves. And therefore, we do all these things and we are creating terrible and horrible lives for ourselves. Then we turn around and we say it is the work of some people, it's the work of demons, it's the work of other things. But as a matter of fact, you are a creative being and you keep on declaring things into your life. And so that statement Jesus Christ made is a very powerful statement that needs to be analyzed and actually be used as a guiding principle in our lives. Guide your heart. And it is the same thing that the same Bible says that we should guide our heart for whatever we will do, whatever we will be, comes from there. So your life experiences, your after experiences are the manifestation of what you are inside. And therefore, if you want to change anything in your life, then you need to change your inside life. And that is your thought process, what you are thinking, believing, feeling, and speaking, declaring it into your life. These are how you create your life. And so your words are very powerful. And what are words? As I've already said, words are thoughts that we project into the world as sound, as a matter of fact. And a sound is produced by vibration. A sound is produced by vibration. When a tree falls on the ground, it is the vibration or the contact of the tree and the ground that vibrates. And as human beings, our ears interpret this vibration as sound. If you listen to music, the voice of the person singing, the instruments are all vibration. Then your ears interpret this vibration as sound. Then we give meaning to it. But as a matter of fact, these things are done by mechanisms in us at a very precise or with a very good precision and exactness that we don't even know that it is happening, but it is happening in your life. And so, what you say to yourself vibrates. Just as when a tree falls on the ground, the contact between the tree and the ground vibrates to create the sound. It is the same way that your words vibrate within your body. The words you speak to yourself vibrate within your body, and that becomes your reality. It becomes a vibration. It becomes a sound that the universe actually takes and uses it to create your own life. And so your words are powerful. Your words are energy that are moving through you. And therefore, if you don't want anything that you are declaring into your life, then you got to be deliberate and change it. You see, human being has been trained in such a way that we are now accustomed to negativity than positivity. As a matter of fact, it takes a little effort to convince someone that something is wrong, and they will believe it. But you take the whole life to convince someone to believe that something is right. Something is wrong, they will believe it. Something is right, they will not. Something is good, they will it's not good, they will believe it. Something is good, they will not believe it. You see. So men and women have trained themselves in such a way that we are thinking and speaking in a negative way. And therefore we declare things into our lives. Then we turn around and blame other things. We blame other people. But that is not how life is supposed to be conducted. And so pay much attention to your words. Watch your words. Watch what you say. Pay attention to what you say. If you want to see the power that controls you, if you want to see the power that is tormenting you, then pay attention to what you are continually telling yourself. Pay attention to how you are seeing yourself in this world. This is a fact. If you see yourself as someone who can never make it, so shall it be. And this is all done by the power that you possess, the ways that you declare into your life. And so nothing will defile you, nothing will make you holy, nothing will build you up in this life except your own words, except what you say to yourself, except what you declare into your life, except what you intentionally or unintentionally speak to yourself. If someone gives you a praise and you cannot acknowledge it, but for you only to turn around and say, "Oh, I didn't even think about myself," then you know that you are an enemy to yourself. If you cannot look into the mirror, if you cannot, sit yourself down and give yourself a very good and wonderful pep talk, and even appreciate yourself, praise yourself, then you are not in a good standing in life. You are a creator, and you create by your thoughts and your words. Words and thoughts are the same, and therefore treat your words in the same way as you treat your thoughts, because it's just a manifestation of it. A fruit in its immaturity stage and in its maturity when it is ripened is not different thing, it's the same thing, but it is just gone through a stages, a process to become the ripe one. In the same way, your thoughts hidden in you and the words that you offer are not different things. The words are only the maturity stage of your thoughts that you are bringing into the world. And men and women are interpreting it as what? Sound with meaning. You see? And so let us rise up. Let us be mindful of what we say to ourselves. Let us be careful about what we accept into our lives. I'm not even talking about what people are saying to you. Because when someone says something about you, when someone says something to you, and you do not give it a mental consent, believe it or not, it will never happen to you. It is only when you give it a mental consent that the thing has power over you. And that is how words are. That is how our minds are. That is how we operate. And therefore, if you can shut your mind off to people's words and then pay attention to what you want to achieve, pay attention to what you are daily declaring into your life, daily telling yourself, you will be a very powerful person, a prosperous person. As a matter of fact, whether you have help or not, you will create a beautiful and wonderful life based on how you are thinking, based on what you are telling yourself. And so your body, your whole environment is responding to your thoughts and the ways that you say or you verbalize as the maturity stage of your life. And therefore, when you wake up and you look at yourself and say, "Oh, I'm tired," then you will see that you begin to feel the tiredness. But even if you are feeling tired and you say, "No, I am strong," then you begin to pump yourself. You will realize that your body will begin to respond. So what you give to your body is what the body is going to respond to. And this is by the power of your thought. Your thought has power over your body. Your body is a servant of your thoughts and your words. And therefore, if you want to see anything good, if you want to see any beautiful things about your body, if you want to see anything good about your environment, then you must begin to declare it into existence. And that is how you build your life. That is how you build yourself. But the more you keep on affirming, what is not good for you, what you do not like, when you keep on affirming it, even when people tell you the other way, you become offended. Then you know you are in trouble. And if I have to reference my dear and departed wife, Helen, but myself and Helen, we've had a lot of people, especially by the nature of my dear wife. My wife was such a bubbly, very happy, joyous person all the time. And we've been to places that people will ask her, especially we went through difficult challenges. We were in difficult challenges. And the situations in which we were, most people, or almost everyone around us, never expected us to be so happy. But Helen, in the morning, afternoon, when people ask her, "Helen, how are you?" she will respond, "Wonderful." And most people have actually challenged Helen, You cannot be wonderful in this kind of difficult situations where we are now. But for her, that is her life. And she has lived that life even till the day she was on her hospital bed. You see, but what you declare into your life is what it becomes. So you have to declare it. So for me, as a matter of fact, my wife moving on, I know that she has done her job. It's not that something that, she has done her job, and that is the time for her to return. For she stood for what she knew and preached what she knew, declared what she knew. And she has done exactly what she wanted to do it. You see, so it is you. So it is you. Yes, we are here to triumph. We are here to overcome difficulties and challenges. But at the same time, we are to control the way things must go. Even when it is so bad, do not affirm it, but affirm the contrary, which is what you want. And you will realize that gradually, you will develop yourself. And so, watch your words. Be careful about what you say to yourself. Be mindful about what you say to yourself. Instead of thinking of what you wear, instead of thinking of how people will see you outside, based on how you look, based on your physical nature, whatever, be mindful of what you say to yourself about it. If you are overweight and you want to slim, you cannot be slim. You cannot lose weight when you keep on moaning and declaring, affirming what you are seeing in the mirror. You must be deliberate. You must be purposeful to think on the contrary and declare what you want to see. And as you do that, your body will begin to pick up this because your body responds to the energy that you are actually feeding it. Your words vibrates. Your word vibrates because they are energy. And the vibration that passes through your body is that makes or makes your life. You see? And so, be deliberate. Do not live a lie. Do not live your life here as if you are an object, as if you have no power, you have no role in whatever thing that comes to you. You are a creature. You are a creature to create. You see, you are not supposed to be here as a creature necessarily, but you are here to create. You see, a creative being. And the way you create is by your thoughts and by your words. Therefore, if you cannot do anything good for yourself, look for something good to say about yourself. Don't worry about the money that you don't have to buy good things for yourself. Don't worry about the money that you don't have to do things for other people or whatever. But worry about what you say to yourself. Not even worrying, but be careful about what you say to yourself. For what you say to yourself defines you. It makes or makes you. And so when Jesus Christ stated that what a man is not defiled by what he or she eats, or by what passes through his or her mouth, by what comes out of their mouth that defiles the person. He was saying a universal truth that is applicable to every man or woman. No matter amount of food that you will take, if your thoughts and your ways about yourself are not in agreement with what you want to achieve, believe it or not, you will never achieve it. And that is why when it comes to weight loss, you have a lot of people who are going on this program, they're doing everything, but they get no results. Because what they keep on, they are daily declaring into their lives, and what they want to achieve are not in agreement, are not in alignment. It is the same thing. You are looking for money. You cannot look into yourself, into the mirror. You cannot actually bring yourself down and call yourself a prosperous person, even when you can see the money. And then you are toiling, doing everything that you want to be prosperous. No, you must see it in your mind and say it to yourself before you can see it physically. And if you can do this, you have power and dominion over life. That is the truth. And so that is my message for you. Watch your words. Be mindful about what you say to yourself. It is not about what you are seeing, but it is about what you want to create in your life. And as you declare your words, your body will translate it as sounds that builds it or that destroys it. Your outer environment will correspond to what you think and say to yourself. That is a fact. And this law, no one can override it. No one can, evade it. No one can circumvent it. It is a law that is applicable to all men and women. And therefore, you are a creator by nature. Be mindful, be knowledgeable, seek understanding, and take direct and deliberate actions, not physically, but in your mind, by determining to direct the affairs of your life, by determining to control your boat to where you are. You are like someone on a river. You do not allow the river to take you to where it wants to go. Though you are riding on the current, you gently and beautifully control the boat such that it doesn't hit the banks of the river, it doesn't hit rocks, but you use the current of the river to navigate yourself to where you want. In the same way, use your thoughts and your words and be a master and navigate your life to where you want it to be, but not where you are. As a matter of fact, the one on the river, if you look at the current, is scary. If you look at the current of the river, the flow of the river is scary and daunting. But the intelligent person purposefully and carefully direct the boat, and he arrived at his destination safely. The unintelligent, the unwise, finally perishes because he has no idea about how to direct his boat. So it is with your life. Paddle your canoe, direct your canoe to the right places. And once you are riding on that current of the river, you will never perish because it is will be trusted. That is life. And so that is my message for you. Be a master and be the controller of your life. But it begins with what you think and what you say to yourself. And all other things are secondary. That is the truth. Now, may the overshadowing presence of God that keeps the stars in the open such that they do not fall on us, that keeps the planets in their orbits such that they do not clash with one another, lead and guide you, direct you, such that you become awakened to the truth, the power, the indwelling powers that you possess, the power of your words, the power of your thoughts and your words. And you begin to use them as an intelligent and a deliberate man or woman who is guiding his life intelligently to the desired destination. That is my message for you. Now, to conclude, once again, may I remind you, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel and help us to propagate this message of empowerment, message of enlightenment to our people, and also do well to circulate this and help us to move forward. And we know by our own efforts, we will create a heaven on earth here. Thank you, and God bless you.